I'm very active. I play tennis 3 to 4 times per week. I was going to water aerobics with my wife 3 times a week, and I really felt in great shape.
Being that we live in the Great White North, so to speak, I spend a lot of time dealing with hockey. I started playing hockey when I was 4. I now coach hockey.
On September 23rd, 2009, I was at the drugstore picking up some supplies for our trip to New York, and suddenly after checking out, I just fell over and I couldn't stop myself. I tried to grab to the counter, but obviously I didn't. I just fell completely hard on the floor. But it's interesting how your mind works. I had not a clue what was wrong with me, except I just couldn't get up. I kept saying, somebody just give me a hand, let me stand up, I can walk to the car and drive. But obviously I couldn't because I was paralyzed completely on my left side.
It was 2 Februaries ago. I was actually on the ice coaching. I felt bad after a bit out there, and I thought, geez, you know, something's wrong here. So I decided to go in to sit down. Fortunately, one thing about my job, I have to go to first aid training every single year. So when I went and sat down, I knew I was in trouble, and I told myself, hey, you need to go to the hospital. You know better. You know you're having a heart attack.
Meanwhile, I'm lying on this floor in the drugstore by the door, trying to get up, but I can't, and they called 911. I don't recall actually going to the hospital, but I do recall being in the emergency room and still wondering what was going on with me. As these physicians are taking care of me, trying to make my diagnosis, and that was the first time that I realized that I had had a stroke.
I had all the classic symptoms: profuse sweating, shortness of breath, the feeling of extreme weight on my chest, it's shooting down through my arms, up into my neck.
At first I didn't believe it, because it's like, no, this can't be so, because I'm just young, I'm healthy. Young, I was 71 when it happened. But I still felt very young and very active and very with it. So it was quite a shock to realize he'd had a major stroke.
And of course you have the thoughts of, boy, I don't want to die. I mean, that does go through your mind.
I'm one of those people who got there quickly, was diagnosed properly, and was treated very quickly, and therefore I have a very good outcome. I'm very, very fortunate in that respect.
Advice that I would give would be trust your instincts, trust your gut. If you think you're having a heart attack, go to the hospital. What's the most they're going to tell you? Yeah, you're right, you have heartburn. Nothing ventured, nothing gained there, but look at the alternative.